If you clicked on this video, it is likely because you are sick of getting in your own way and you are aware of the patterns in your life. You're aware of the areas in your life where you tend to sabotage the things that you say that you desire, but for some reason you keep falling back into the same old patterns. The fact that you're aware of it, but you don't know how to break it, it may feel incredibly frustrating for you knowing that okay, I understand that I'm the one that keeps sabotaging myself. I'm the one that keeps sabotaging what I say I want. And I can see the patterns right there, but it still feels like I don't know how to actually break these patterns. So if you clicked on this video and that is how you feel, you're in the right place because this is how I work with my clients. This is what I teach my clients how to do is we learn to understand our own subconscious beliefs, why we do what we do, how our body is overriding so much of what we consciously say that we desire, and how to actually break that wiring, that subconscious programming that is going on underneath. This is exactly what I teach my clients how to do. And I teach them in a way that they are able to really understand it in a very easy way. So, we're going to get into how to actually break these patterns that are still controlling your life. If you've been thinking up until this point or questioning whether or not maybe you lack willpower or you lack motivation or you lack discipline, or maybe you just think that there's something wrong with you because you still can't break these patterns, I want you to know that there isn't anything wrong with you. This is something that's very subconscious. This is something that's very wired in you right now that we've been taught to believe how to show up. And our brain and our body work together once they've been wired a certain way. And what we're running into as women is that this way that we've been living, this way that we've been showing up, isn't actually in our true nature. It doesn't align and resonate with our true, authentic being. And that's why there's such a conflict. That's why there's so many things coming up that are leading to health issues or just mental struggles that women are experiencing right now. It's because we're not living the most authentically the way that we were designed to. And that requires us to unlearn a lot of what we've been taught and ingrained within us. So, the thing that you need to understand is simply having the awareness of your sabotage patterns is not actually what's going to be the thing that breaks the pattern. Obviously, you know this by now. If you're watching this video, this is why you clicked on this video because you're frustrated that you are stuck in certain areas of your life and you keep falling back into old patterns. You have to take this to a deeper level. And this is where most people they don't take this to a deeper level. They don't want to understand themselves on a deeper level. They don't want to do the inner work because this requires effort. This requires you to have courage because you have to face parts of yourself that have been buried for a long, long time. But the reason that I say all this is because if you are stuck in a pattern and stuck in an area in your life, you have to look at what is subconsciously keeping you there. Because just because you consciously say that you want something in your life, you consciously say you're going to do something in a certain area of your life, does not actually mean that your subconscious aligns with what you are saying consciously. And this is why you run into these patterns, you run into sabotage with yourself because our subconscious is what drives 95% of our habits, of our thoughts, of our beliefs, of our actions that we take. The subconscious is actually running the show of your life. And if you decide consciously that you want something different and your subconscious does not align with that, well, then you're always going to be fighting against yourself. And the subconscious has a lot more backing, it has a lot more support with it when it comes to our physiology, like our nervous system, our body. It all responds to our subconscious beliefs. So unless you're actually working with your subconscious all of the time, to train your body, to train your nervous system to respond to it that way, then you're going to be always working against yourself. So, this is why the people that are telling you, oh, just have more discipline, just have more willpower, this is where there's a conflict with that, because for a lot of the women experiencing this, they're actually very, very driven. They're very ambitious women, and they will outwork any single person that's in the room. Comment below if you've always been that person that it knows that you will outwork anyone. You are willing to do what it takes to get to what you desire, to achieve your goals. So, this is why it can feel incredibly conflicting for these women, for you, who you're driven, you're ambitious, you're willing to do the work, but yet you keep running into these patterns in your life, maybe just certain areas of your life where you are doing the work, but it still feels like you're not actually making any distance. So it feels like you're just running around in circles and you're not actually getting anywhere. And this is, again, this is our subconscious working behind the scenes to convince us that, okay, let's just make it look like she's doing the work. Let's just make it look like she's actually getting somewhere. But instead, it keeps overriding us in the sneakiest ways that we can't even fully see. We're not even fully aware of that they're happening. And then we fall back into these questions of like, am I not meant to have this thing, or am I not working hard enough, or do I lack the discipline? But really, if you go to the root of what's actually going on underneath, then that is actually how you can train your subconscious to do the things, to train your body to actually start doing the things you want it to, versus the opposite. You have to really identify the subconscious belief. And this is something that I teach my clients how to do. We use real life situations, real life experiences, real emotions that we feel, real habits and actions that we take in our day to day life. And we can take any single one of those and actually reverse engineer to what the subconscious belief truly is that we're holding. And sometimes it is easy to identify the belief. We ask ourselves really good questions, or for some people, it's more challenging to identify the subconscious belief because, in a way, your subconscious and your body is trying to protect you, and it really wants to hold on to that subconscious belief because it's so ingrained in you. So sometimes it takes a little bit more time. It takes a little bit more digging and peeling back of layers to really reveal what is the belief I'm truly holding on to, and why am I holding on to it. So it's very unique for each person, but this is what I teach the women that come into my world, that are they know that they're meant for something more. They know that the areas of their life they that aren't where they want to be, they know that they can be better, but they just don't quite know how to actually break through what's holding them back, what's keeping them stuck. One of the ways that I walk women through this, I created something called the identity recalibration. And this actually will guide you to figure out, like, really understand what is the subconscious belief that I'm holding on to regarding this certain thing in my life. And it actually gives you prompts and questions that help you peel back those layers within yourself. And it helps you identify the subconscious underlying belief that your body is calibrated to. And then it will actually walk you through how to release that belief. Because, again, we have to understand that the body, the nervous system, responds to our subconscious beliefs. So, your nervous system and your body are calibrated to whatever your subconscious beliefs are, and they work together like a machine to show up a certain way in your life. So if you're really trying to change that, you have to not only identify it, but you have to take a look at, what is my body and my nervous system calibrated to? And inside the identity recalibration, I walk you through how to actually guide your body to release that belief that it is encoded to, and actually how to recalibrate your body and your nervous system to the new identity, the new belief that you want to hold. So, the thing that you're consciously saying that you desire, we actually train your body to rewire itself to this new belief so that it starts showing up in the way that you're asking it to, that you've been asking it to do, so that you're no longer fighting against your own body, fighting against your brain, because you are finally making it realigned and they're all working together. So that is a free training that I've created, and I will be sure to link it below if you want to learn how to actually do that for yourself. And if you're someone who's like, I've been trying to figure this out for so long, I'm so sick of feeling stuck in certain areas of my life, whether it's relationships or your career or financials or even your health. I just had a client call the other day with one of my one-on-one clients, and she was really struggling with why she struggles to have discipline when it comes to exercising and her health and fitness. And we were really in our session able to get to the deeper meaning behind what actually is going on subconsciously that is creating this conflict for you, because she consciously is saying, I want to be healthy, I want to have healthier labs. I want to feel healthier, and I want to do this for my family, but she's still struggling to actually take the action on that. And for a lot of people, they would just say, well, you just need more discipline, or you just need to have more willpower. And to a degree, yes, but if someone's truly really really struggling with doing this, we can take a look at what belief do you have subconsciously that is in conflict with this desire that you have for yourself. And we were really able to take it to a much deeper level, where we were able to identify something within her childhood of why she shows up the way she does, and how often in her life she's not actually honoring herself, and she's putting other people before herself. And this helped us realize that because she feels like she always puts everyone first in her life in order to feel secure, to feel safe, exercise, her health journey, not feeling like she can show up in that area, that was just a reflection of what was going on underneath. And this is the work that we do. You start to realize that there's certain areas in our life that we think those areas are the problem, but really all they're doing is they're reflecting something deeper that we hold true about ourselves. And in that particular area, they're just reflecting to us. It's not actually truly about the situation that's going on in the physical reality. There's actually something deeper going on that we're meant to resolve, that we're meant to heal within ourselves. And once we can heal that part of ourselves, the conflicts, the patterns that we feel stuck in, those will start to like go away, because once your belief is no longer in alignment with whatever, or not in alignment with what you're trying to do, the problem just dissolves. And that's why it makes so much more sense to really go to the root of what are you holding on to subconsciously. Once you do that, it's like liberation for you. You're able to actually reprogram what you're holding on to, and work with your body and your nervous system to create safety around this new belief and this new identity that you want to hold for yourself. So, that is the type of work that you need to do if you are feeling stuck and feeling like you keep falling victim to these patterns that have been controlling your life for so long. And if you're in a season of your life where you're just ready to truly become the master of yourself, is what I like to call it, to become the master of your life, become really take back control of your life in all areas that you have felt stuck in, then you need to check out my program, Release and Embody. This is a 6-week program that I've created that teaches you everything about subconscious reprogramming. It teaches you everything about rewiring your nervous system, recalibrating your nervous system, recalibrating your body, and really learning how to identify the beliefs that you are holding on to that are not serving you. And it teaches you how to actually use real life every single day, like moments in your day, to identify these beliefs so that you can take back your power, you can take back control, and working with your body and your nervous system and your subconscious to reprogram all of that to actually match what you consciously say you desire, what you consciously say that you want. And this is truly such a powerful program. Every single woman that has gone through this program, her life has shifted. She has transformed internally in such a deep way that she didn't even realize was within her. Obviously, the work that we do inside the program is a lifelong journey. But what I like to say is that this program really allows you to apply this work at every level of embodiment that you are in. So, if that is where you are at in your journey right now, where you want to really go deeper with yourself, then I highly recommend that program. So, one of the things that I'm going to teach you in my next video is I'm actually going to give you the visual that I teach my clients. And I call this the feedback loop. And it really breaks down what's going on internally with our subconscious brain, our nervous system, our body, and the patterns that we've created in our life. It's really going to break it down even more in depth for you to understand how your body is really working like a machine. It's basically like a computer hard drive, and it operates a certain way. But once you understand the way that it operates, this is so foundational, and it'll change your life because it's like the blueprint of understanding our physiology of what's going on here, to where you can use this foundational information and literally reprogram yourself, and it will change your physical reality to whatever you say that you desire. Truly, this is like the blueprint to understanding yourself, understanding how we manifest, understanding how we create our reality. And anything that you desire, anything that you want to manifest, can all come back to this foundation of how we are showing up and what's going on internally, and how to actually reprogram that internal system to whatever it is you desire and create the life that you truly want. So that will be in my next video, and I will be sure to link it here. If this video was helpful for you, if you found that this was information that you have been looking for, please be sure to like this video, leave me a comment, let me know your thoughts on this video, and any questions that you may have. I would love that feedback, because I created this channel to really support any woman, whether they're wanting to really understand what's going on with them subconsciously, they're trying to create a life that they truly desire, they're wanting to unlock more of their purpose in life. This is the channel that I created for that specific person, to really help you get out of your own way and actually understand how to reprogram yourself to the version of you that you know is who you're meant to be and who you're meant to become. So, be sure to subscribe to this channel as well if that is the type of content you are interested in learning more about. I can't wait to share more and teach more about this. I look forward to seeing you in the next video.